Hello, 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 Chicago. How are you, Chicago? This is Ziff Sistrunk here at Can TV in the city of Chicago. And we got a great show for you today. Tease you a little bit with Cut It. Now let's get a little bit serious now. First of all, I want to say hello. My name is Ziff Anthony Sistrunk. And as you can see, Azteca Baseball League. And guess what? You're going to be able to call me today at 312-738-1060. But before we do anything, we always like to start our program off by first giving thanks to Can TV. Beautiful studio, guys. You got to get involved. Can TV here over at 1309 South Woods. Wow, what a building. What people that are here running this station. And what a program we're going to have for you tonight. But before we start, we always like to let you know that this show is dedicated to those who have lost their lives here in the United States, in the city, in the state, and in the county. People who have lost their lives to violence. Well, I want you family members to know that this show is dedicated to you and all of them. So, should have done it by now. We're going to take a moment of silence, and we're going to remember those people who have lost their lives. Please. We thank you. Again, this is Ziff Sistrunk, and we are so excited about what's going to happen today. You can call in at 312-738-1060. We're going to talk about two things today. Baseball. And we're going to talk about baseball and baseball and what? We're going to talk about baseball. Now, how do we focus this? That means I have to come back out, right? You see that coach there, guys? Who we got here? Coach Leroy Franklin of Simeon High School. What a coach, guys. You can see there's Ziff and Fred and Coach Franklin. I wrote this book about Franklin, me and Mr. Adam, and it was about, what did it say right there? Let's go back. A Summer with Simeon. And you see these two rings I have? I won them with Simeon High School. And you know how I won them? By doing one of the most important things in life, volunteering. And you too can volunteer. And you can volunteer at Can TV. You can volunteer in your neighborhood, whichever one you so desire. I want to just show you some of the pictures. And, of course, those of you who are at home, 312-738-1060. Those of you who would like to call in. Again, I'm going to treat you again to some of the photos of the great Coach Leroy Franklin. Wow, what a man. The winningest coach in baseball history here in the city of Chicago. So we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about baseball, and we're going to talk about another gentleman who you might find interesting. And who is that? Our former governor, Rod Blagojevich. Now, why do we want to talk about baseball and Blagojevich? You know why? Because we're hoping, there's yours truly right there, Ziff, the governor, and his wife. Now, why are we talking about baseball and why are we talking about Blagojevich? Because baseball is a great sport, and we're hoping that this summer, you can see the Cubs. Go Cubs! The Cubs won, guys, and I'm so proud of them. And the Cubs gave us a great example of how to win and how to be encouraged. And never, ever, ever, those of you young people out there who is watching this show tonight, you can always remember, you never, ever, ever let no one tell you what you can and what you cannot do. So we're going to talk about baseball and Blago today. Show you some more of our wonderful pictures from Simeon High School. The world champion, Simeon! Yay! That's my team, guys. I like Simeon a lot. As you can see, some of the kids from Simeon's. Oh, by the way, these photos here, guys, is yours truly. Ziff. How you like those photos, guys? You can call me if you want to talk to me about baseball or Blago. The question becomes on the show tonight, should the president pardon Rod Blagojevich? Baseball in Vigorovich. This is Ziff Sistrunk for CAN TV. This is our first show of 13. Those of you who are sitting at home and wonder how you can get involved with CAN TV here in the city of Chicago, simply just call CAN TV at 312-3738-1400, Monday through Fridays, 9 to 5, and say, how can I get involved? I saw Ziff Sistrunk on TV, and I wanted to know, what can I do to also get on TV? I'm sharing some pictures with you of some of our great baseball players from Simeon High School. Now, this kid here is one of my favorite baseball players. I took over 3,000 pictures of this kid. He was saying, Ziff, can you get that camera out of my face? And he goes to Chicago State right now. He's a great kid, too. We're talking about baseball and Blago. And the question becomes, with baseball, as you know, Coach Franklin, he retired. And Coach will not be with us anymore on the baseball field. Y'all see that baseball fence out there that we built for Coach? So the kids can hit the ball over the fence. Coach Leroy Franklin, what a man. And Coach retired. Him and Mike and Mr. Butler now is the coach at Simeon High School. Show you some more of our great photos. Now look, here's something that's very interesting, guys. Look at this guy right here. Let me show you this guy here. This guy named is Corey Ray. And this guy name is Mike, Officer Mike. See, the police officers, guys, for people who think the police officers are only shooting people in the back, that's a lie. Here's a police officer right here, Mike. And you know what Mike does? Mike has been working with kids for years in baseball. There's a kid right there that Mike helped get in. Guess what? He helped Corey Ray get in Major League Baseball. And in a couple of years, you're going to be watching Corey Ray in Wrigley Field. Hey, hey, go Cubs! And who do we have here? There's my favorite kid again. There's my boy there. This guy was so funny. He was so funny, and he was good. And he helped us win 2 rings. As you can see, there's 1 ring, 2 rings, championship, Simeon High School. Hello again, everyone. This is Ziff Sistrunk, and we're live. You can call me at 312-738-1060 if you have any questions about baseball, or if you have any questions should the president pardon Rod Bogorovich. We rather say, how are you mixing politics and baseball? Rod Bogorovich was a very big baseball player, a very big baseball fan. Okay, let's look at some more pictures. Hey, there's Corey Ray again. Corey Ray, they got you on TV. There's Corey Ray. There's one of the coaches. I really enjoyed my 3 years with Simeon High School. And here's one of my best friends. Look at that. There is, his name is Fred. As you can see, we built the field and we painted it, and we even had a home run fence. Ha 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 ha. Most of the park districts in the city of Chicago do not have home run fences, but that's one thing we did for Simeon. We gave him a home run fence. There's another one of my baseball photos. There's one of my baseball kids from Simeon High School. Wow, what a history of greatness, Simeon High School. We just want to share you some of the pictures. Those of you who enjoyed baseball, as you can see, these are some of my photos of the kids at Simeon High School. Simeon has won a lot of championships, and more importantly, Coach Leroy Franklin has shown kids that you don't have to go out and shoot and gang bang and hurt people. You can be involved in something that's very important. Those guys, they're texting and flexing, as you can see. Just showing you and sharing with you some of our pictures of Simeon High School. As I told you before, we wrote a book called A Summer with Simeon. And this is some of our photos from the book and from the program, A Summer with Simeon, that we did. Fred, Ziff, and Coach Franklin. Hello again, everyone. This is Ziff Sistrunk, and I'm so glad that you could join us today. Azteca Baseball League in Washington Park. And I promised the commissioner that I would talk more about promotion and Rod Bogorovich. We're going to be here for 13 weeks. And so those of you who would like to call in right now, it's 312-738-1060. The Cub hat. Also, most of you guys already know I was a bat boy for the Chicago White Sox. So you're saying, Ziff, what are you doing with that Cub hat on? It's simple. The Cubs won, and we're going to go one more year with them, guys, because can they do it again? I think they were great. But the story behind the Chicago Cubs was this. Let's talk about the Cubs for a minute. The Chicago Cubs was down. What was down? 3-1. And what did they do? They came all the way back. Wow, what a story of the Cubs coming all the way back and almost winning and did win the championship. And guess what? I always say that they were going to win it too. Again, this is Ziff Sistrunk here on CAN TV Live. I want to show you a clip, and then we want to talk a little bit more about this gentleman here, Mr. Oh, that's the one. We want to talk about that gentleman. Do I have audio in the booth? Are you all listening at that? We got audio? Okay, so I want to do something else. If we got audio, I want to start it over again because this is very important. Okay? Can we hear it, Steve? You can't hear it? Oh, we can. A little bit. So how do we go up? Do we go up from me or do we go up from you guys? How do we go up? Your audio is okay now? Great. Can't? Or you can? Okay, that's okay. Just to give them a little edgy. We can, okay? We're okay? Okay? All right. How you like that? Ha ha ha. I got videos out right now. Let's spend the next 10 or 15 minutes talking about who is this man, Ziff Sistrunk. Ha ha ha. As you can see, I'm not going to spend much time talking about myself. Because I think if you are a child of the Creator, one thing you learn is not to talk much about who you are, but who He is. And let me just give you a briefing. I was born in 1956. 1983, we went on Oprah Winfrey Show with Harry Belafonte and Beat Street and Breaking Boogaloo Bandit. In 1983, we went on Phil Donahue. And I was instrumental in a play called The Great Nitty Gritty, Oscar Brown Jr. Brought Bill Clinton to Robert Taylor Holmes with a lot of other people. Had a documentary called Streetwise. Can't say that organization. Feeding the Homeless. The Bronzeville Awards, the Chicago Sports Council, City Council, Harvey Evening Post, Zapata Baseball, Kirby Puckett Baseball League. What does that tell you? I've been around for a while. I've been involved in the community, and you can be involved too. Now, those of you who have little kids, and I want to go to the Mark Bogorovich story before I eat up all of my time. Let's go back to the overhead again. Nope, not that one. We want to go to the overhead. We want to go to overhead. There you go. Now, every summer, you know what I do? Remember I told you I'm big on volunteering, right? Let's see how we do this. There you go. You should be able to see this. Every summer, I go around the schools to do motivational speaking, and I talk to kids. And in every classroom, I always find some kids that are interested and some kids that always want to be part of something. So you know what I do? Every summer, with their parents and the school permission, I have a sports camp for kids. Ha ha ha. This will be our 5th year. So if you have a child that is age 5, can go to washroom on their own, and 12, they can be part of our Kirby Kids Camp. There's my email. You can find more information. There's my website, email, and that's how you can call me. Okay? And of course, we always thank CAN TV for the opportunity to talk. Now, let's get a little serious, okay? Because this is dear to my heart. And this is something, as you can see, I've been involved in for a while. And what we're going to do, this was a baseball fan, this guy here, and our ex-governor. So what we're hoping to do is to ask the president to pardon Rod Bogorovich and do him a favor and us a favor and bring Bogorovich home. We're hoping that the president will pardon him and bring Blago home so he can be with his kids. Let's look at some more Blago pictures. We'll get it together. This is our first show. As you know, this is not new to us. We've been around for a while. We've been working here at CAN TV for a couple of years, but with the new TV studio and everything, you got to get used to it, Ziff, as you can see. This is the day that Blago went away 5 years ago. Camera will focus in a minute. We'll work on it. Let's see how we do this. There we go. We come back out. We'll get it together, guys. Work with us, okay? Again, it's Ziff. I'm just going to show you some of the photos. Now, here is something that is interesting, guys. Here is a picture of the president and Rod Bogorovich. One of the last chances of former Rod Bogorovich to win early release from the federal prison depends on who? Our favorite son. This is our favorite son, and this is the prodigal son. And what are we hoping? We're hoping that our great president, whom we love so much, will do us a favor. And a lot can happen in one day. We're hoping that the president, there's me talking about my CAN TV show, we're hoping that the president will do all of us here in Chicago a favor and do what? Pardon Rod Blagojevich. So what are we going to do? We're going to meet. The day the president come into town, Tuesday, January 10th, those of us who believe that you can have mercy and redemption, we are going to meet Tuesday at 10 o'clock. That's next Tuesday, a week from today, at 10 o'clock. And where we're going to meet at 11 o'clock. And we're going to meet not in front of Rod Blagojevich's house. We're going to meet right down the street. There's a park. And we're going to ask the president to do us a favor and have mercy on Rod Blagojevich. You remember what the president said? The president said, how do I want to be remembered in my legacy? What do I want my legacy to be? Well, I'm hoping that his legacy be about mercy, redemption, reconciliation, bringing families together again, and seeing the bond that family members can give to people who are ex-offenders. Now, a guy saw me yesterday when I was passing out a flyer. This flyer right here. I was passing out a flyer that said, Candle of Mercy, Vigil of Clemency. And we're hoping, there's Blago even lighting his own candle. And we're hoping a press release that we're hoping on January 10th, Tuesday at 11 o'clock, you will join us at the Rod Blagojevich house. And as we pray and hope that the president will have mercy on Rod Blagojevich. So when he bring his two daughters home, when he come home with his two daughters and leave the White House, only got a few days, guys. We're hoping that the president will have redemption in his heart and would consider letting Rod Blagojevich come home also. Those of you who are going to get tickets tomorrow, Saturday, at McCormick Place, the tickets are going to be free. And you only get one ticket. I understand. Of course, I'm not a representative of the president, nor am I a representative of McCormick Place. But I have heard that tickets are going to be passed out Saturday morning, and you only get one ticket. And the president will be speaking Tuesday, at, I think, in the evening time. So that's why we, Rod Blagojevich friends and family, we're going to meet for a vigil for clemency. And we're asking that the president consider giving Rod Blagojevich clemency. Clemency means it's not that you're not guilty of anything. Clemency means that you've done enough time. Rod Blagojevich has been in jail for 14 years. And we're hoping, Rod Blagojevich has been in jail for 5 years out of 14. Now, this program about Rod Blagojevich coming home is about redemption, reconciliation, mercy, and hope. And we're hoping that the president, on his way home, on the last day, the last 24 hours, that he would consider letting Rod Blagojevich go home. If you think Rod Blagojevich should come home, you can tune in right now and give your opinion at 312-738-1060 if you think the president should consider giving Rod Blagojevich pardon. Not a pardon, but clemency, saying time is considered served in. I want you to join us. I want you to consider joining us. When? It's Tuesday, next Tuesday, at 2900 West Sunnyside, near the Rod Blagojevich family home. And it's going to be at 11 o'clock. It's a visual. So bring a candle with you, and if you don't, we'll have one for you. Again, we're asking the president if he would consider pardoned Rod Blagojevich. So, what have we talked about today? Today, we wanted to thank CAN TV, of course, and we talked about you being a person who enjoyed the sport of baseball. You see what he did for the Chicago Cubs? This young man right here, look where he's at. He's in college now. He went to Simeon High School. Of course, you can tell he's probably one of my favorite ball. Not probably, Ziff. How can someone probably be your best baseball player? We have a caller. Come on, caller. Bring it on. Bring him on in. Talk to me, caller. What's the deal? You're on Can TV with Ziff Sistrunk. How can I help you? Want to let the caller in, guys? Bring him.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you today?
Miss Ziff, how are you? What is your name?
My name is Wendy Williams.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Help you, Linda.
I'm calling for Blagojevich. I think he has served his time, and I hope Obama gives him time, clemency, to let him come home because we need him.
Do you think Vagorovich could help us with the gang problem and the violent problem that we have in here in the city of Chicago?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because he's an honest man, and he makes a good decision in treating people fair, and he's a very fair, honest man, and I think he can help us. Yes, I do.
Let me tell you what someone told me. I've been on top of this Blagojevich situation since it evolved about 5 years ago, and I was out the last time he came up for court. The male lady. You know what the male lady told me? I was standing
What is
sign. She said if the president, and he has done some things for Black America and all people, as he said, he's the president for all America, the red, blue, black, green, and all of them. But we're hoping that he asked a question. President Obama asked this question. He said, what should my legacy be about? I'm hoping that his legacy be about mercy, redemption, and reconciliation. Do you think that's considerable?
That's very considerable, as he should add more to it. He should be honest and show love to everybody.
What community do you live in, if you don't mind me asking?
I live in the Inglewood area.
Inglewood, wow. Any gunshots tonight?
Not tonight, and it don't be every night. It's a lot of junk on the news. We don't have gunshots. Well, I really live in Gresham area. It's on 75th and Wood Street, but it's not gunshots every night in the Inglewood, wherever.
Let me ask you, what can we do? You know, everybody's talking about a lot of money's going to come to the town. What can we do about this violent situation here in Chicago? Give me an idea, 1, 2, 3 things we can do.
1, 2, 3 things we could do. We should treat everybody fair. And if you don't do that, and you're making big decisions on good things and don't give the other people good stuff, that's one thing, and that's a big thing. We need a lot of jobs, and we need honest people. It's done from love and honesty. That's a big thing. And you will have more to give if you share it. You don't put a line over here and 50 people over there to wait on 50 people. You put 2 lines there.
Wow.
Understand? That's just like when they was giving this rebate for the home people, and they could put it on the other areas way over. You know what the areas I'm talking about. They open up more desks and areas for that, and they put one over here, and you got to come back for 2 days to get waited on. That's not fair.
Ask you something, and because I'm not talking about you personally, but what do you do to help young people in your neighborhood?
I go and I talk to them. We have a block party, and I treat them nice. I don't go and try to make them look like they don't belong here. They got to do this. You know, the people on my block, in my area, they are very respectable.
Wonderful. Well, I tell you, I want to thank you for calling in. We're going to be here for the next 13 weeks, if it will. I want to thank you for calling in, and I want to invite you back next week. And more importantly, Tuesday, I want to invite you out to, when you pick up your tickets, you'll see us out there. When you pick up your tickets, okay, I got it. When you pick up your tickets at Blagojevich, at the president's thing, we'll be out there. And once again, I want to say thank you. You can get rid of the caller for me. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
I want to say thank you, caller. Once again, it's the vigil Tuesday next week at 11 o'clock, 2900 West Sunny.
It's okay.
Caller for me, guys. Thank you, caller, for welcoming us. Guys?
Oh, yes.
Oh, can we kill the caller, guys? Can you hit the button? Ain't the last one. Thank you. Okay, guys, we got to wrap this up. Once again, I want to say thank you to everyone. More importantly, I want to say thank you to Can TV, its staff. And guys, I'm going to tell you something. You really should consider being a member of Can TV and coming in, getting some television experience, and being part of this wonderful thing called television. Because you need something to put on your resume. My mom always said, if a task it once begun, never leave it till it's done. Bit the label, big or small. Do it well or not at all. Good night, and I don't always say I love you. I'm beginning to learn those words, guys.